section also. It's like a rotation. Loud now.
All right. Eighth one. All right, let's get a load of hand. Of course, on the Tuesday, Priest Officer 5,000 SHALAM. Hold it down, put the class down through the Spirit of Most High in Christ. How's everybody doing, all right?
YAHANNA.
Most High in Christ. I know there's some battles, of course, we go through every week, you know what I'm saying? He's so beat down this captivity that we go through these battles every week, and when you ask, how's everybody doing, everybody say, we all right, you know what I mean? We used to go through these battles and these trials and tribulations and anguish and pressure and pain and so on and so on. You know, we used to going through it. Listen, we see what's going on, of course. If we stay privy to the news and privy to current events and things of that nature, you see those stinking Israelis over there and the Palestinians, they fighting in Times Square. You know what I'm saying? Getting busy in Times Square. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Pray for some more fighting and violence to go on between them. Not because we like violence, but because we like justice. And of course, we all know that those people had a hand in the captivity and oppression of our people, the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans.
Right.
There are other things going on. Wasn't a brother killed recently by the police? Ronald something? Some brother in Louisiana, I believe. I'm not too privy with the news article. I didn't read it, but I did come across it. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that that's going on daily. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that's not being reported, but we do know that these things are going on. You understand? This oppressor in the society has done a marvelous job. You know what I'm saying? They're good at what they do. They're good at destroying and distracting. They're good at deceiving. They're good at causing death and pain and anguish. They're real good at it. They're good at getting in and breaking things up and separating and causing a diversion, and they're just real crafty at that. It's unfortunate that we continue to fall for it though. When I say we, I'm talking about our people. You understand? We continue to fall for it and fall for the tricks and traps that the deceiver puts out there for us. You understand? We're all guilty of it one way or another. Of course, we found a way around those traps and a way to witness, to peep these traps and avoid these traps in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Unfortunately, brothers and sisters don't have or obtain the knowledge that we have in here. You understand? But we make it our business to go out there and spread it for free to our people. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want nothing in return but a changed spirit and soul. But this society has changed the tradition of our people. There was a point in time where it wasn't attractive to be a whore. There was a point in time where it wasn't attractive to sell heroin. It wasn't attractive to sell cocaine. It wasn't attractive to do these things. It was frowned upon to have a broken family. It was frowned upon to cheat on your husband. These things were frowned upon. It was frowned upon to be, shaking your derriere, in public, let alone on camera for millions of people to see. You know what I'm saying? It was frowned upon to be homosexual. It was frowned upon to have these things displayed or done. Nowadays, tables have turned and these things are common and usual. And of course, it's destroying our people. You understand? The divorce rate, the murder rate, the AIDS rate, the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the abortion rate. You understand? A lot of people don't pay attention to that abortion rate, but abortions are still going on. You understand? If I'm not mistaken, I think they shut down the abortion clinic for a little while or something for the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. But guess what? Everything's opening back up and they're about to start sucking babies out of vaginas real soon. You understand? if they're not back in business already. That's a major killer. You understand? That's a major killer of our children, man. It was a point in time where the oppressor wanted our children to be killed, but couldn't kill our children. You understand? Now it's common to kill children. You know what I'm saying? It's common for us to kill and murder our children, and it's something that is going to have to stop, especially during these times, because we're still in captivity right now. You understand? But they got a little more craftier in this captivity because they have turned the woman against a man, turned the man against the woman, and turned both of them on the children. You understand? That's what society has done. This captivity is way more crucial than other captivities we've been in. We've lost our heritage, we lost our culture, we lost our unity, we lost our vision. You understand? And it's something that we have to get back. And I want brothers and sisters to understand that the captivity we're going through now is similar to the captivity that we went through in Egypt. Only thing that has severely changed is our demeanor towards each other and our views on our power and our Lord. You understand? These things have changed dramatically. It's changed so much that it's hard to get it back. People don't want to hear it. People don't want to pay attention to it. You understand? So we're going to go into just a little bit, all right?
Cool.
Let's go to Exodus real quick. The book of Exodus, the first chapter. I'm going to read this down just a little bit. We're going to read this down. Exodus, first chapter. And let's start at verse 6.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 6. Or Akim Aqua have it?
Come.
Aqua have it? And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. Verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them.
Now this is talking about in Egypt. You understand? Slack, you got a question?
Yours.
Oh, you didn't have it? I no sweat. Somebody help the sister out real quick. You understand? We're in the book of Exodus, chapter 1 right now. We just finished reading verse 7, all right? So this is speaking about Joseph. You understand? He died. He's in the land of Egypt. Joseph has some clout. There's an extreme amount of clout over there in Egypt. You understand? And it's speaking about how we were in captivity over there. And even though we were in captivity, we were still growing mighty. The same way we're doing here. You understand? Now, we are murdering our children. Look at this. We're committing over 500,000 or close to 500,000 abortions a year. You understand? But that was put in place and designed to kill us off.
Right.
You understand? To stunt our growth. And it has stunted our growth, but it didn't get rid of our growth. We still are having babies. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know the UPK, there's a baby born at least once a month. You understand? We still are having babies and putting in a lot of practice making babies.
Right.
We still out here doing it. You understand what I'm saying? So even though they put this trap in our way or in our path to try to destroy us and trick us and get rid of us, we still having babies. You understand? Now here it's saying the same thing in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? We was out there having babies, being big, you know what I'm saying, growing, multiplying, becoming mighty in numbers, that is. You understand? This is what these verses is talking about right now. Let's go to verse 8.
Verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt.
Now there's a new king over Egypt now. Go ahead.
Which knew not Joseph.
And he didn't know Joseph. All right, he came afterwards. He don't know Joseph and all of that. Not too privy on his work, so whatever the case may be. He don't know Joseph. You understand? So he's coming in, he's brand new, he's the king, and he gonna run, you know how things say under new management? You know what I'm saying? Things don't get ran differently now.
Wow.
You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And he said unto his people.
Now he said to his people, who was his people? The Egyptians. He's speaking to his people, the Egyptians. Go ahead.
Behold.
Behold means to what? What does the word behold mean? Princess. Right, get us just that hand. You know what I'm saying? Behold means to look. You know what I'm saying? To watch. All right? Go ahead.
The people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Now you see the problem. You understand? That these people are more and mightier than we. You understand? The same way that America and the presidents of America, Donald Trump and Joe Biden too, and what's the Hamite's name? Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? The same way they looked at things, these Mexicans are getting more and mightier.
Right.
These Guatemalans, these Panamanians, these El Salvadorians, they getting more and mightier. You understand? They don't like that. Again, more and mightier. These niggas keep having babies. These Jamaicans and Haitians keep on popping out babies. You understand? It's getting more and mightier. They don't like this. And there's a reason why they don't like it. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Now, what does that mean? Let's deal wisely with them. Since they're more and mightier, let's deal wisely with them. Let's put some abortion clinics in their neighborhood. You understand? Let's see how we can destroy them. In Psalms 83, chapter 83, it says how they were confederate against us.
Right.
And had to use crafty counsel against us. Right? So they're saying, let's deal wisely with them. Let's use crafty counsel against them. You understand what I'm saying? To see what we can do to destroy these people. Right? Or subdue these people. Because you don't really want to kill your slaves, you just want to subdue them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like a doctor or something like that, a mechanic. You know, they're not going to fix your car that it runs forever. They're going to fix it enough. So you come back and, you know, you're going to need me. You understand? So let's deal with them wisely. Go ahead.
Lest they multiply.
Let's say what?
Multiply.
So they will not multiply. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they come to pass.
And because if they do multiply, this will happen. Go ahead.
That when there falleth out any war.
Whoa. If we ever have to go to war, if our country has to ever go to war, this is what the new king of Egypt is saying. If we ever have to go to war, these people that are more and mighty than us, these Mexicans and Negroes and all of that, the whole 12 tribes of Israel,
right,
all together, who are more mightier than we. If we go to war, go ahead.
They join also unto our enemies.
And do what?
And fight against us.
That's a big fear. You know what I'm saying? That we'll unite together, and we'll have a common ground with their enemies, with the land that brought captivity upon us, with the land that beat us, destroyed us, raped us, lynched us, burned us. They fear that we'll all come together, and then we might join our enemies, which of course we're not going to join our damn enemies. You understand? But to have something in common with the enemy, then why not? I don't give a damn about the Israeli or Palestinian, but I pray they kill each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I pray to go ahead and kill each other. Go ahead and just keep on fighting. You understand?
God.
We're not joining our enemy, but what else are we not doing? We ain't going to join the enemy, but what else are we not doing?
We're not dying.
We're not dying. That's key. That's good. That's key. But who else are we not joining? We're not joining our enemy, and we're also not joining who?
The Egyptians.
Yeah, the oppressor. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We're not joining the oppressor either. You understand? We're not joining the oppressor either. And this is a fear of theirs that we might join with other people, or join with other groups, or whatever the case may be, that's coming up against them. You understand? But really, we don't give a damn about any of them, right? But this was a fear that they have in Egypt. This is what we're talking about right now. That we got to deal with these people because they're growing. We got to deal with them because they're growing. And they might get smart enough and brave enough to come together and then maybe join our enemies to fight against us.
Right.
You understand? So they had to do something about that. Go ahead.
And so get them out, and so get them up out of the land.
All right, so we got to find a way to get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? not everybody leave, but we wanted to chop this number down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we can control it. You know what I'm saying? Chop this number down a little bit. Keep reading.
Verse 11. Therefore they did set over the taskmaster.
Hold on a second. What's a taskmaster? Police officers. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a taskmaster. Who's a taskmaster at your job?
Right. Your boss.
Your boss,
Right.
your supervisor, the nigga in the office that think he a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? There's always one of them.
Right.
The one that been there for 20 years, but he ain't got no position. He work with you. You know, he been there 20 years. He worked with you, but he's a taskmaster. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So actually, they on working environment, they set it up that way too.
Oh yeah.
Because they do go to I've been here for a while, and you know how the job works. So be my eyes and ears and see
Right.
What needs to be done around it. But meanwhile,
Right.
the manager who went to that gentleman ended up getting credit.
Right. Absolutely. And the old time when they pick the door to watch it, you don't get nothing. Might let them come into work a little bit late. You know what I'm saying? And if that gets too out of hand, you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? If that gets too out of hand. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You better not talk back. Go ahead, sis.
So, when you working and stuff like that, you said, that I don't work and I don't know what the work field is all about. They would get on each other's nerves, so one of them won't come in.
Well, you mean that? What do you mean? Like at a job?
Yeah, like scared more.
Is there someone at the job that's there to scare you off?
Yeah, like you said,
I mean, yeah, there could be people there to scare you off. You understand? There could be some people there to scare you off. It depends. You might come into a job and you're doing real well, and you might be taking somebody's position. Yeah, they're gonna do something to try to scare you off. You know, to answer your question, yes, there could be people at the job that scare you off. Perhaps you want to say something?
Oh no.
So to answer your question, yeah, it could be. But there's other taskmasters, even if you don't got a job. You know, so your landlord is a taskmaster.
Right.
The superintendent, the super is a taskmaster. Sometimes the goddamn janitor mopping the hall is a taskmaster. Go ahead.
The parking lot attendant.
The parking lot attendant is a taskmaster. Yeah.
Meter maid.
Yeah. They taskmaster. Sometimes your community watch is a taskmaster, the nosy one. You know what I'm saying? Always in the goddamn window, always call. That could be a taskmaster. There's plenty of ways to be a taskmaster. You understand what I'm saying? But as you can see, these people are put in place for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So let's read the scripture again.
Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. Therefore they did set over the taskmaster.
To do what?
To afflict them with their burdens.
They're there to afflict you with your burden. That's what a taskmaster is there for. You understand? Let me tell you something. If the government didn't say nothing about COVID and you lost your job and all of that, and the government didn't put certain restrictions in there, you still got to pay your rent, even if you lost your job. You understand what I'm saying? That's saying the Lord had to be involved because the government don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? So they had to put some things in there. You know why? White folks was losing their job. They don't want to lose their house. You know what I'm saying? They just put chlorine in that pool. They don't want to lose their house and things. So all right, we got to trickle down to the Negroes too. You know what I'm saying? Got to trickle down to them. But if there if they wasn't losing nothing and dropping like flies, guess what? Be a lot of niggas walking around outside right now. You know what I'm saying? Be a lot of people cuddling up. Go ahead.
We say afflict their burdens. So we can say that their burden is them being poor. So by them getting pregnant, well, you cannot afford that baby. Now we're going to get rid of the baby. And
that's a good, yeah. That's what they're doing. That's what they use now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's the thing. They try to make it a burden. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a burden. If a woman get pregnant, that's a blessing. They make it a burden. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis.
Like today on the news, as I looked on our phone, this lady in Brooklyn somewhere, she left her newborn baby in a store. You heard about that?
In a store?
Yeah. And she went in the back and for probably like 10 minutes, and she just walked out the store and left the baby carriage with the baby in the store.
Yeah, I mean that's common. It's unfortunate, but that's common. Yeah, that's common. I know a sister. She was in Queens, maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago. I know her father and her family. She lived in Queens, and she stabbed her baby one in the forehead with a knife, and I think she drowned the other one, threw it under the sink.
Oh,
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was from around my way.
Yes, Salaki, so I just heard about that yesterday. One of my friends in the world, it happened in his project and stuff like that.
Yeah, in Queens, I believe.
Yeah,
she wasn't from Queens, but she moved to Queens.
What side?
Woodside. She had a sister in Yonkers that used to go down and visit and all of that. But she was from up around my way. I know, like I said, I know her father. And she was little, you know, she was out of it. She was putting pine sol in the baby bottles. That wasn't working. So I believe she stabbed one in the forehead, and then she drowned the other one or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Threw the baby underneath the sink, and you know, police came, whatever the case may be, and you know, the rest is history. Unfortunately for that sister, you know what I'm saying, and plenty of other sisters, and there's some brothers too out there that be doing these kids wrong. You know what I mean? They've been burdened by the society. You know what I'm saying? The society has turned them into something that they're naturally not. You understand? The society has done that, turned them into something that they're naturally not. You understand? Let's read it one more time.
Come on, God. Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. Therefore they did set over the taskmasters to afflict them with their burden.
Yeah, to afflict them with their burden, to put more pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? Make you work longer hours, make you do things that you don't want to do. You don't feel good, you want to go home from work, but you can't. You understand? You want a day off, you can't get it. I mean, they want to push the burden on you, afflict you more, and afflict you more, and afflict you more. This is what the taskmaster's there for. You know what I'm saying? To whip your back. You understand? Keep reading.
And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities. Pithom and Ramses.
Yeah, and pushing his burden on them, you get to build good cities. That's what America did. America set taskmasters over us, and we built America.
Right.
And Central America and South America, and we built these places by getting whipped in the back, by getting lynched, by getting burned and all of that. Those are taskmasters over us. You know what I'm saying? You ever watch some old slave movies and a brother try to creep through the woods and some old redneck with some brown teeth. You got your pass, boy, where you go? That's a taskmaster.
Right.
He's there to afflict us in our burden. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's there to do. And in him doing that, we're going to get right back to work. You understand what I'm saying? Get right back to work. If you ever work at a job, I'm going to use a job for an example. You might be sitting back in your job and someone will be like, yo, supervisor's here. Oh, shit. You get up and you tighten up and straighten up. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up and straighten up. You know what I'm saying? That's your taskmaster. You know what I'm saying? And that tighten up, you know what you're going to do that tighten up? Get right back to work. Tired and all. You're going to hide your yawn. You ever try to hide your yawn? You're trying to hide your yawn. You don't even want to yawn.
Where I work at, we have cameras in the machine that run. So when I'm waiting for the order, I have to turn, go outside and yawn and come back because I'm waiting for the order, to do something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be kind of lengthy.
Yeah. You don't want to yawn.
I have to hide from the camera.
You got to hide because they watching. We'll see if you're yawning. You know what I'm saying? That's why, listen, the Lord was with us. That's why we're wearing masks. Niggas is yawning now. You do this. In the mask, you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Brothers yawning now. Before, you trying to put it on, cover your mouth and look away, walk off. You can't even yawn. You know why? We got a taskmaster over us. You know what I'm saying? We got a taskmaster over us. Let's keep going.
Come on, verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
The more they tried to put the punishment on us, the more we still grew.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. This oppressor hates to see like us having cookouts and things. You know what I'm saying? Block parties and all of that. They'll drive past your building and see y'all all outside playing music and having a good time, and they hate it. They just don't know why. As much as we afflict you, how the hell are y'all doing the electric slide? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't like that. You know, we just still multiply and grow. You know what I'm saying? They just don't like it. You understand? And this has been going on for thousands of years that they just don't like it. You understand? They just don't like it. And they'll send one spy in there. There's always a white boy with a shape up that's sitting there somewhere. That's some John B. character walking around somewhere. Go ahead, sis.
It's like, that's what I said to myself. There's a whole bunch of us, they don't like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they don't like it.
Walking down the street and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And like a black woman with children, cousins, grandmothers, or whoever.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Yeah, they don't like it. You understand? They don't like it at all. Go ahead.
Yes. They don't like it when it's negative, and they don't like it when it's positive.
Yeah, to them it's all negative.
It's all negative. Even you saying that they don't want to see you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see you together.
No, they don't.
And you say like thousands of years ago. Like we don't even have to go 1,000 years. We still go back. You know what I'm saying? Talk about Obama. Like these Negroes just came out of slavery, and look at them now.
Yeah. They look. Like you said, it was gonna be 1,000 years ago. The thing is, the 1,000 years ago, it's still going on right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know reincarnation is, bro. It's still going on right now. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Like in the 70s, in the early 80s, Spanish people, we were so connected. And now it's not like that. It's like that, but it's not like that anymore.
Well, it's not. That's what we were saying earlier. That the deceiver is good at deception. You know what I'm saying? He's good at divide and conquer. And trust me, it ain't got nothing to do. Even with the Spanish speaking brothers and sisters. Guess what? At one point in time, light skin and dark skin was okay too. Now it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That the oppressor has stepped in so much in our people. This dark-skinned sisters and brothers bleaching their skin. Because somebody said, with your black ass. Somebody said that. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? And it was called with your black ass. And then, you know, that's from the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? So they just Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters. It's us, period, as a whole. Sammy Sosa. Has anybody seen Sammy Sosa?
Sure.
Sammy Sosa is a Dominican baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
And he speaks Spanish. He's a Spanish brother. He didn't like that dark skin he had, though. Now he looks like Jim Carrey in, what's that thing, Roger Rabbit? Or what's that? Jim Carrey had no mask. That's what he had on. Yeah, mask. You know, now he look like Jim Carrey in mask. With that painted face and all of that. Looking terrible. But that's all because of the oppressor. You understand? Go ahead, sis.
It's like, you ever heard of, what's that guy named Flavor Flav? And Delicious is the lady named Delicious.
Yeah.
Because she was on Flavor Flav. She bleached her skin. You didn't hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about
She was
that.
a dark skin.
Oh, my bad.
I was just gonna cut.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I got you.
And she bleached her skin.
She did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible.
You ever heard about Flavor Flav?
No, what about
Love?
Yeah.
Delicious?
Oh, yeah.
And she was a dark skin woman like.
Oh, we know who Delicious is. We know exactly who she is. Yeah. We know about all that chocolate. I guess it ain't chocolate no more. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The burden that they put on us is so strong. They still think it's only a skin color. Meanwhile, they still look.
Be quiet. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, he still look like a Dominican.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He can't lose his
skin
features.
Color, yes, they think it's the skin color, but it's not the color. It just hate you.
Yeah. He can't lose his features. He can't lose his features. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna. What you gonna? Have you seen Serena Williams?
Come on.
What you gonna do with that big nose, girl, and them lips? What you gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? Come. You know what I'm saying? You can't really do nothing about that. You know what I mean? But to kind of, get back on the topic here, these people hate us. You understand what I'm saying? And but in them putting all this affliction on us and trying to take advantage of us, we still was multiplying and growing at this time, the same way we're doing now, even though we could have grown even more without 500,000 abortions a year. You understand? Keep going.
Oh God. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Say that part again.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
They was upset. You know what I'm saying? Because we were growing like this. The same way they're upset now. Under Commander General YAHANNA, you know what I'm saying? Who's under Christ. This nation that we're building here is growing. In the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
It's growing. You understand? And don't think that people don't hate it for a minute. You know they hate it.
Right.
You know they hate it. Let me tell you this. If your mama hate it, you know the oppressor hate it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If auntie and all of them, if they hate it, you know the oppressor hates it. You know what I mean? To see it's growing, it grieves them. Keep going.
Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Now, what's rigor mean? I need a dictionary. You know what I'm saying? You can give it a go ahead, sis. Rage or anger, we'll hold that one to see. All right, but rigor. Sister said rage and anger. I don't think that's it though, sis. Go ahead, whoever got it.
Rigor. The quality of being extremely thorough.
About being what?
Extremely thorough. Exhaustive. Or accurate.
You understand? Extremely thorough, which means I'm on your back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna serve with rigor, like I'm on you. You understand what I'm saying? That's rigor. Go ahead.
Severity or strictness.
There you go.
Demanding.
Oh man.
Difficult.
Say it again.
Demanding. Difficult.
Difficult. Go ahead.
Or extreme conditions.
That's it. Under extreme conditions, difficult, all of that ties in. That's rigor. That's if you look at your job, I don't care what job you got, that's how they make it. They make it extremely difficult. You can go to your job like, yo, man, I think I don't even know, I might have a little bug or something. Like, oh yeah, damn. So we're gonna start on the third floor and work our way down to the care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't care about none of that. That don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? With rigor. Go ahead, sis.
Like my sister, she works and stuff like that for 3 whole years. And I just called her like this afternoon, and I said, "Oh, you at lunch?" She said, "I'm not having lunch on Burger King."
Yeah, that's right. Taskmaster gotta work it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Some people work through their lunch. Yeah, they work through their lunch. They work through their lunch. They get a lunch. Half an hour, whatever. They're like, now I'm gonna work through. I want to get this done. They're dedicated to that job. I want to get this done. All right. Ask to be off next Tuesday. You ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's the same that's going on today. Same thing that's been going on. Now we're gonna get to the point of the class soon. All right, we're gonna keep pushing. All right. So they made it work, made it difficult and severe for them. All right, keep going.
Verse 14. And they made their lives bitter.
Ooh.
With hard bondage.
The same way they do now. Go ahead.
In mortar. And in brick.
This is manual labor we're talking about now. Go ahead.
And in all manner of service in the field.
Oh, what does that mean? All manner of service in the field. That's picking cotton and sugar cane and coffee beans and working the Mexicans sitting at the day labor joint trying to go do some construction work and so on and so on. This is all the same things that's going on right now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And all their service, wherein they made them serve, was with rigor.
Everything they made it difficult and hard for them. You understand? Made it severe for them. Made it tough for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm on your back. I'm on your neck. Rigor. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives.
Hold on a second. Now, the king of the Egyptians when it spoke to the Hebrew midwives, Hebrew women that help Hebrew women have children. Right. Which means what? The Egyptian one was not helping your black ass have no kids. They don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? They're not dealing with you. Which we don't mind this. We need more Hebrew midwives.
Right.
We need more of that. There you go, sis. Right. That's what I'm saying. We need more of that. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want your octopus hands touching my child anyway. You understand? Go ahead.
I forgot who brought it up. One of the other one that brought it up a couple months back, showing that when black women deliver the child for a black woman, the babies tend to survive a little more.
It's there, right? Yeah, exactly. They tend to survive. You understand? She understands more. Right. You know what I'm saying? She understands more. Go ahead, brother.
Actually, she could relate because she's like, this could be my kid, right?
Right.
When you relate and you see somebody who looks like you.
Yeah, right? She'll be more sympathetic and empathetic and all of that. You know what I'm saying? More compassion. You understand? Instead of some oppressive monster who thinks it's just another little seal coming at his black woman. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of that, sis.
Like they prick their head, I don't know when they born. Prick their head. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a soft spot on top of the head.
Prick it, right?
I mean, I don't know about pricking it. I just know there's a soft spot on top of the baby's head. You know what I mean? But a good midwife, a Hebrew midwife, if she's pricking the top of the head, she's right. You know what I'm saying? We know that. We do know that. You understand?
They said the oppressor midwife in the hospital prick their head.
Maybe it's possible. It's possible. You understand? It's possible. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, they doing more than pricking heads, this oppressor. They chopping heads off. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing now, which is unfortunate. You understand? But the king of Egypt went to the Hebrew midwives. Go ahead and said something to him. Go ahead.
Of which the name of the one was Shiphrah. And the name of the other Puah.
So he went to these two specific midwives, Hebrew midwives. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And he said, when he do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stool, if it be a son,
go ahead,
then he shall kill him.
Now, I'm gonna keep reading. Go ahead, keep reading.
But
if it be a son, kill him. Go ahead.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live.
Why is that? Why should that kill they're gonna kill the sons? But if it's a girl, let her live. He was up first.
Because the seed is in the man.
Because the seed is in the man. What was you gonna say? Same thing. Because the seed's in the man. The enemy knows that. The oppressor knows that. You understand? And then you got to watch videos of Captain Desire battling abroad, not even battling abroad, but answering questions for abroad who say, I got a gland in my body where I can pump sperm and make my own baby. Sure. Even the oppressor knows that's not true.
Right.
Even the oppressor knows that's not true. That's not real. You understand that you can press your belly button down and pump some semen in yourself? You understand? I never met nobody like that.
Right.
I never met nobody like that. You understand? Even the oppressor knows that life is in the man. Right. Go ahead.
That's a lot concerned with that too, because I come from the Kemet community. And mind you, they don't believe in the Bible at all. And then when you ask them, which lady that you always saw gave birth on her own, then they want to say the Virgin Mary, which they don't believe in.
Which they know is Christian garbage, and we ain't Christian. Yeah, it's all jokes. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Actually, if you look it up, Dr. Fresh Wilson was talking about that. By, you know what I'm saying, by the oppressor one that killed the males. Because the male have the seed.
Man got the seed.
Yeah. Man got the seed. That's pretty much what she said, but the male have the ability to
create life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And but she was focused on that they could have sex with the, you know what I'm saying, with the female, but it would still come out as the male.
Right. See? Come on. Yeah, that's life right there. And the oppressor knows that. They know that today. Right. So if they know that today, You know how many more little Nas X's we got to go? How many more RuPauls? How many more? Whoever else is funny? You understand? That's gonna be pushed on us now. And everybody loved Barack Obama. He legalized, but he didn't shame it. He legalized 2 grown men getting married. You understand? Women getting married and all of that. You understand? He legalized that. They pushing that now. Nicki Minaj was on it. Cardi B is on it. What's the other woman's name? Megan Thee Stallion. Whatever new artist is out now, they pushing this lesbian thing. You understand? And this homosexual thing. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, if Mr. C would have came out earlier, talking about he liked men with wigs on and all of that, he would have been done. Right. Now he still got a show. He good. He still got a show. He's on a show talking about yes. I like men with big feet and all of that. And you know, you understand? It's okay. And if you don't like it, you got the problem. You understand? Yeah, you got a problem. Go ahead, brother.
So you're standing up with some integrity and you believe what you believe.
Yeah.
They try to shame you, and in your heart, you know that you're right.
You know you're right.
You're saying yes to them.
Yeah.
Nobody's standing up and say, no, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't do that. You got hate in your heart, brother. You know. You got hate in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Did you watch Black Watch yesterday?
Come on.
Who's been Jack Bob was been in?
No, I think it was Dyer.
Dyer, right? Did you hear the story he put out when he said they was at camp on Friday? And
and it was what's wrong being gay? Yeah. They said what's wrong being gay?
Good night. Good
yeah.
Night.
I work in a high school as a custodian. And there is a class that's dedicated, solely dedicated to homosexuality. I mean, they got like a club, you know what I'm saying? Like, they love that class. And I go in that class and I be like, good night.
It's chess club, basketball, football, the
alphabet community. Yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about boys. I'm talking about boys, the ball, skirt on. I wanted to take a picture, but I couldn't do it because I was on a slave. You know what I'm saying? But it was a young Judite boy. Had to be about 6 feet tall. Had a mini skirt on.
Good man.
Had a mini skirt on. Hold on, sis. Go ahead.
You gotta remember that in the past, I think it was the early 2000s, they had a whole school. It was a whole school. I think it was in New York City. Literally a whole school, because of a sanctuary, a place that they could feel safe at.
Ain't that something?
What?
Right. Ain't that something? Go ahead.
To add on to what the brother was saying, there's actually a high school around the village area that's dedicated to homosexuals.
Ain't that something? Now, to the feds watching, we're not homosexual bashing. You know what I'm saying? But what we're saying is, if they can get something, can't we get a little something? You know what I'm saying? Can we get a little something? You know what I'm saying? Where's the high school for the kids that grew up in single parent homes or don't got no parents, or their grandparents or their aunt or so? Where's the safe haven for them? Where's their safe haven? You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, sis. You want to say something?
Around my way, I had seen something. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. This guy, he was wearing full shorts, tight shorts, and a tight shirt with a baseball cap and a lady's purse.
That's very common nowadays. It's very common nowadays. And right now what we're doing is talking about the base of where a lot of this stemmed from. Right now, that's where it's stemming from. You know what I'm saying? These captivities was like that. You know what I'm saying? He said, let's deal wisely with them. They're still trying to deal wisely with us. You want to say something, Roxy?
I was saying, the brothers and sisters that grew up single parent, household, or like, the parents who on drugs, so on and so forth, they say they've been in school was special ed.
Yeah, or detention.
Or detention.
Yeah, or in school suspension. You know what I'm saying? Or don't come back. Go send them to a reform school, or send them upstate to Berkshire Farm somewhere, or something like that, to some boys' home or some girl or something like that. Just ship them off. That's the safe haven. Prepare them for prison. Get them right. Send them off to a boys' home somewhere, or a children's village or something like that. Send them off somewhere to a group home or something. Get them prepared. You understand what I'm saying? Get them prepared. And turn them into some hardcore, no emotional having killers. You understand what I'm saying? Turn them into that. And who are they gonna kill? Are they gonna go kill oppressors? Hell no. They're gonna go kill their own people. This is crafty counsel that they use. You know what I'm saying? This is what they did. This is, let's deal with them wisely. This is what it is. You understand? And this why the UPK, those type of brothers and sisters that have been molded into that, that's why we look for them. Because we know where the problem stems from.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We know what the problem stems from. We know that. You understand? We know that part. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 17. But the midwives feared the Most High.
Do you hear what them black women did? Say it again.
But the midwives feared the Most High.
You hear what the Hispanic sisters felt like? Say it again.
But the midwives feared the Most High.
The Native sisters, you know what I'm saying? They feared God. They were scared of God. You understand? Even though they were in captivity, could face death for being disobedient. You understand? They could face death for being disobedient to the king of Egypt. They could face death. But who do they fear?
The Most High.
Go ahead.
And did not as the king.
And say it again. They what?
And did not.
Say it again.
And did not.
No, they didn't.
And did not.
They thought about it.
And did not.
Go ahead.
As the king of Egypt commanded them.
They feared God, and they did not do what the king of Egypt said.
Right.
For one thing, these are women.
That's right.
And they're facing death. You understand what I'm saying? And you got grown men tightened up because Brad's coming. Shit. You know what I'm saying? No. These is women. And they could have died. You understand? And you mean to tell me you scared to lose your job because of a shape up? A job. I know you're ready to lose your life. You can't go outside with me. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't come and stand next to me. I can't, but I don't need that. Nigga, you scared to lose your job. Let alone your life. You know what I'm saying? If you're ready to lose your life, you don't care about losing your kids, your wife, your car, your job, your income tax, money, your limb. Listen, they said the Hebrew midwives feared God and did not do what the king of Egypt said. Right. Come on, brother, what's up with you? You understand what I'm saying? Right. What's up with you? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Some brothers kick the game, and you should understand this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you know, the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, bills. Shit. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis. You want to say something?
I'm just wondering, and I'm looking at, I'm not trying to compare my brothers and stuff and their wives and stuff. I know y'all are my brothers, but you know my worldly brothers. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's not like I don't understand, but I don't think life is like a fight. But I'm saying to myself, how did my brother and his wife stick together? And they're not even in the truth. And I can't. It's like, I'm just like, I'm having that, struggle. Like, they're not in the truth. And.
Yeah, I can understand. I guess they're in love. Right? I guess they're in love. Maybe one will come to the truth and the other one will. Maybe one will and the other one won't. Who knows? But I guess they're in love. I guess. I can only assume that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they're in lust. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I'm in the UPK and I've been in here I'm a baby still in here, and my love is different. You know what I'm saying? I can know why me and my woman is together for a long time. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why somebody that's crackhead couples are staying together forever. You know what I'm saying? Forever. Why? Maybe they got some lust in common that they enjoy together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All I know is this. You better be an example to them, you know what I'm saying? With your love and how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I want to stay on topic, all right? Read that verse again.
Verse 17. But the midwives feared the Most High.
The midwives feared God. Go ahead.
And did not as the king of Egypt commanded them.
They didn't do what the king said. Go ahead.
But saved the men, children alive.
They saved the boys. You know what I'm saying? They saved them. They was not going to kill them. They knew that the seed was in the man, life was in the man. They knew that. They said, nah. They'd rather face death than to face God. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude they had. Right. Now, somewhere down the line, that attitude changed with brothers and sisters. Right. It changed. That attitude of fearing God and fearing the king of the oppressors, it changed somehow and somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? That changed because today is not that way now. Now they fear the king of the oppressors and they don't fear God no more. You understand? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 56.
Oh, God.
One second. Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're going to start at verse 56. All right?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56.
Hold on. So it says it's at the beginning of the Bible, all right? It's towards the beginning. All right? Try around page 200 and something. Deuteronomy chapter 28. It's going to be at verse 56, all right? But you good?
All right.
58. Excuse me, 28 and 56. Sean?
Go on. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56.
Go ahead.
The tender and delicate woman
Say
among
it again.
The tender and delicate woman among you.
Now, this is the tender and delicate woman. I don't think a lot of sisters knew. At one point in time, sisters was considered tender and delicate.
Right.
Now, just think about this. If the sisters was tender and delicate, what was the men? I'm asking, what was the men? If the sisters are being labeled as tender and delicate, then what the hell was the men? Sister had a hand up first. I'll give it to you. Go ahead. Oh, man, get a sister hand. You know what I'm saying? Masculine and strong, right? Now who's tender and delicate? Is Little Nas X tender and delicate? Come on, man. Come on, man. Tyler Perry? You know what I mean? Mr. C. I mean, I can go on and on. You can go on and on all day, right? Tender and delicate. I only got to mention the celebrities. Look around your way. I know you see somebody switching down the street who's a boy or a man. You understand? I just told you I seen a big boy. I'm in my 40s, he's taller than me, with a mini skirt on. You understand? This is how crafty the oppressor is. He done switched it. Now it's the delicate and tender men among you. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Go ahead. The stronger masculine woman. You understand? They just turn the tides on us, man. Turn the tides on us.
Right.
You understand? Better know who your enemy is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And we help them with this agenda. Because we allow it.
Right.
We allow it. You know what I'm saying? Read it again.
Come on, God. Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
Hold on. She wouldn't even put her foot on the ground.
Right.
And black women want to be, these conscious community characters want to call a woman queen and all of that.
Right.
We don't say black women are queens and all that garbage. That's corny.
Right.
Hispanic women, all that queens. Go ahead.
There's no queens in Israel, sir.
No, there's no queens in Israel. Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely none. And for those who are watching, don't understand there's no queens in your neighborhood, my neighborhood, the other's neighborhood, in Brooklyn, Queens, wherever you're from, there's no black queens there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But according to the Bible, you were so tender and delicate, we wouldn't even let you put your foot on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You're bigger and better than a queen. We would carry you. You wouldn't even touch the ground at one point in time. I mean, damn, don't no sister want that? You know what I'm saying? You want to be a queen, that means you're going to make decisions. And things are going to be on your shoulders. You can't even be a single mother. How the hell are you a queen?
Right.
You got a hard time being a single mother.
Right.
You need help with that. You need help with one badass boy that you're raising, and you're a queen.
Right.
Nigga, please. Go ahead.
The queen needs some time off because she's going through her monthly.
Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she a little jammed up. As my grandpa would say, she's sick right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right. Any girls' night out. I'm going on a girl vacation, all of that. Stop with the queen garbage. You can't even raise a son or a daughter by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Queens don't need child support. You know what I'm saying? Queens don't need Section 8.
Right.
Queens don't need welfare. Queens don't need food stamps. Stop it, queen. You know what I'm saying? That's not. But according to the Bible, you are a woman. Even if you have all of that I just mentioned, you still are a woman who's tender and delicate, and you are worth carrying so your feet won't touch the goddamn ground. I think that's a little better than being a queen. That's a little off topic. I just wanted to break that part down a little bit. You understand? Keep reading. Hold on, says. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Her eye shall be evil toward the husband.
Now here we go. This is where the tables have turned. Go ahead.
Of her bosom.
Of what?
Her bosom.
Yeah, the man that she's laying with and being with, her eyes are going to turn evil towards him. Go ahead.
And toward her son.
And toward who?
Her son.
Go ahead.
And toward her daughter.
And her eyes are going to turn evil towards her son and her daughter. This is what leads to abortions. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
Now, for the young one that comes out between her feet, what does that mean? What's between her feet? Go ahead.
Say the question again, sir.
What's between her feet? Read that part again.
Come on, God. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
What comes from between her feet?
A womb.
Her vagina.
Her vagina.
Yeah, her vagina. The box, the matrix. You know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff, that good. You know what I'm saying? Right there. That's what. Go ahead.
Snap your neck and dug out, sir.
The snap your neck and dug out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, God. You know what I mean? That's between her feet. You know what I'm saying? Read that part one time.
And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
We know what that is. Go ahead.
And toward her children, which she shall bear.
Go ahead.
For she shall eat them.
She shall do what?
Eat them.
She do what?
Eat them. For want of all things.
For what?
For want of all things.
Go ahead.
Secretly. And the siege and straitness.
Go ahead.
Wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
She want to get rid of them kids that come from between her legs and all of that, so she can have the things in America, have the things in life, be successful. You know what I'm saying? Be an actor. You know what I'm saying? be a dancer, a singer, which she's never going to make it anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be a female rapper. You understand? To want more. You understand? This is why women have abortions. This is why brothers try to push women to have abortions too. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna mess up my life. I got a football scholarship to Iowa State or whatever college you're going to. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make it anyway.
Right.
You understand? Sis, go ahead.
It's like back in the days, like in the early 2000s, or like early 2000s, I was hearing the sisters saying, yeah, he gave me money to pay for his abortion. What?
Yeah, that happens. That's common. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sisters do that. A lot of brothers do it too. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of brothers do that too, push our sisters to have abortions. But this is a form of us helping the oppressor. How are we helping the oppressor? Because at one point in time, the oppressor wanted our children dead, and we did not. We feared doing this. Now tables have turned, and now we don't fear it. We're doing it now. You understand what I'm saying? We're doing it now. There's no more fear. Drop that. Go to Lamentations real quick. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. We're going to run through these scriptures quick.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. Or I.S.U.P.K have it?
The sister, I know the sister might not have it.
Is it a middle?
This, try around the 900s in your pages, maybe around the 900s, maybe. Might be around there. It's right after the book of Jeremiah. Let me just look at Jeremiah. Yeah, right after the book of Jeremiah. Might be in the 900s somewhere. You look like you're a little too far back to me, but if you can't find it, go to the table of contents in the front of the Bible. All right, and you see a table of contents where it has the, no. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We don't leave nobody behind.
Someone else.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Sis, we got it right here for you, all right? Get us to the sister right here. You can put that little one away. Do this one, all right? It's already on the page of chapter, okay, sis? All right, Lamentations, that's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, we're going to start at verse 3, all right? Sure.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
Even a sea monster draws out the breast. You know what I'm saying? What's a sea monster? You know, a whale, a shark, or something in there that you kick that'll whoop your ass if you get in that water. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They give suck to their young ones.
Even they give suck to the young ones. You know what I'm saying? Now, what we're talking about right now is what changed in this society. This is what changed in the society. You understand? Before we read about how the oppressor wanted our children dead, and they brought about crafty counsel to kill them. But the Hebrew midwives said, no, we're not going to do it. So they had to figure another way. They figured out some way to do it with career and push and prosperity and materials. They decided to make you hungry and hang food in your face and say, I bet you if you want to eat, you'll be able to kill that baby now. You understand? So being an independent, strong black woman and all of that, this is what led that. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Brothers bit onto it too. You know what I'm saying? You can't have this baby. You know you about to go to Oregon State. You about to go to Howard. You can't have this baby. And he done busted down raw and everything. Had a great time. Good old time. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, sis. Go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry, don't worry about it, sis. We'll be right with you.
The daughter of my people is become cruel.
Now he's saying the daughter of my people have become cruel. The woman has become cruel. Now this ain't no woman-based session, but we are going to bring out the truth. You know what I'm saying? That sisters have become cruel. Like what? Go ahead.
Like the ostriches.
Like the what?
Ostriches
Uh-huh.
in the wilderness.
Like a bird. That's why they don't. This is. Let me tell you, the Bible's a slang. Don't think we're talking the spirit. You a bird head. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all can say you a wing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, these things. This is spiritual. You understand what I'm saying? You better know who you are. You better know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, we used to say, when we're going out to a club, we're gonna go to the birdie.
Yeah,
Go to the birdie club.
Go to the birdie club. You know what I'm saying? You have to go get some birds. You know what I'm saying? Word. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is slang, but ostriches have become cruel like the ostrich. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Just like the ostrich. What I'm bringing out is this. This has changed. We read about how the midwives refuse to kill a child. Right. Refuse to do it. They feared God and not the society. It has changed. Now we fear society and we do not fear God. Right. You understand? Ostriches have become cruel. You understand? Like the ostrich. Now, how cruel is the ostrich? Does anybody know how cruel the ostrich is?
Like,
do you know?
Yeah, like the head sticking in the ground.
Stick in the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, sis. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. You remember that? Yes. Yep. They stick their heads in the ground. Remember, she said that. They stick their heads in the ground. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely right. That's what the ostriches do. You know what I'm saying? Stick their head in the ground. You want to say something?
The ostriches, the ostriches when the mother gives birth, they leave their child immediately on their own.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's one piece of it. Let's get into it. Let's go to Job. Let's get into it. Let's get into it because our sisters, the society has turned our sisters into a ostrich that's out in the wilderness. You understand? People hate when we go out on the streets and correct our sisters and all of that. But correcting a sister, that is brotherhood.
That's right.
That is sisterhood. To correct the sister, to say, yo, you're wrong for doing this. You're wrong for acting this way. You're wrong for saying that. You're wrong for doing that. And so forth and so on. We're going to continue to say it. You act like a goddamn ostrich. Put that in your new vocabulary now, you damn ostrich. You know what I'm saying? Call her an ostrich. And she wouldn't know what that means. Tell her to go in the Bible and look it up. At least you're getting to read scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You want to get your woman that you call her ostrich. You know? So lucky. Go ahead, sis.
Back in the 80s when I was born, they had gave my mother the privilege to have all of them. Why none of us, why did they abort, why didn't the suppressor board try to let my mother abort us?
I'm sure they did. She just did.
She did.
Yeah, you should give her a hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the oppressor did try to get your mother to abort her children. She just didn't do it. You understand? She didn't do it. No matter what the history between you and your mother is, what the case may be, she has some morals and some strength. You know what I'm saying? She has strength like these Hebrew midwives we just was reading about. She has some strength. And she feared something else besides what society was bringing to her. Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard from my sister, I think my father's dad, she died giving birth when she came back to life.
Maybe so. That's possible. If your mother might have died during her delivery, you know, of giving birth, and came back, got revived again. I mean, listen, she's worthy to be honored. You know what I'm saying? She could. Listen, no matter what the relationship is with the mother or the father, whatever the case may be, they could have flushed down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Could have threw you in the garbage. Could have did a whole bunch of things, man. Could have drowned you in the bathtub and threw you into the sink. You know what I mean? Got rid of you, wrapped you up like I used to work in a morgue in a hospital. I worked in a morgue section of a hospital, and you know what they do with babies? They wrap them up like hero sandwiches, like this. Wrap them up tight, and you know what they do? Stick them in the morgue, and look like a little hero sandwich. You just went to the store and bought a hero. They wrap them just like that, nice and tight. Could have been us. You know what I'm saying? Could have been. So, you know what I mean? But that's life. But now we're going to talk about these ostriches, right? Let's see what the characteristics of these ostriches is. And this is what society has turned our sisters into. And this is what society has allowed our brothers to accept. You understand? In turning our sisters into this and brothers accepting it is a lack of brotherhood and sisterhood. There's a lack of it. You understand? This is the whole point of what I'm saying. Let's read Job chapter 39, and let's start at verse 14. No, hold on. Let's read verse 13.
Job chapter 39, verse 13. Or Akima have it?
Okay. 39 and 14, 13. 39 and 13. Job. Go ahead, brother.
Job chapter 39, verse 13. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich?
Unto the what?
Ostrich.
So that's the question. You know what I'm saying? This is a question. You know what I'm saying? You gave your godly wings to the peacocks and the ostrich. This is a question. Go ahead.
Which leaveth
What verse you at?
Verse 14. Which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in dust.
Now, this is the ostrich. She take her eggs, she'll put them down in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Put them down in there, bury them. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And forget it.
And do what?
Forget it.
Go ahead.
That the foot may crush them.
Well, she forgets that she can crush these kids, these little babies, if you put them down in that dirt down there. You bury them and put them away. You can crush them. This is the ostrich we're talking about. Go ahead.
Or that the wild beasts may break them.
Or somebody might get them. You understand? Somebody might get them. Right? This is the ostrich we're referring to and speaking about. You understand? We just read in the scriptures that our sisters went from tender and delicate and so forth and so on to some ostriches that's out in the wild. You understand? This is more than just abortions. This is sisters that verbally abuse their children. You understand? That put their children down. You understand? That neglect their children spiritually, emotionally, physically. You understand what I'm saying? These things happen. Listen, I know myself. I done dealt with a lot of different type of things. And you ever see a woman, you stupid, just like your father, you know, and all of that, give you all of that stuff. You understand? Talk to you in a belittling manner. You understand? She's like an ostrich. Put her kids down in the dirt and bury them, not knowing that her own foot can crush them, or a beast might come and get them. You understand? You can either turn your kid into a special ed psychiatrist needing maniac, or you can just let the people come and get them and send them to a boys' home, send them to prison, send them to get rid of them. You understand? Like a wild ostrich does to their kids. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 16. She is hardened against her young one.
There's a lot of brothers and sisters that might think, my mom's hated me. You know what I'm saying? Because of how she talked, how she was. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And this is not like I said, a bashing session on sisters, but this is just to show how we have changed our perspective on how we feel about our children and our families, and it's the oppressor's fault. You understand? It's the oppressor's fault. So if you was born from an ostrich and you went through this, forgive your mother. Because she was tricked into this. She was bamboozled and swindled and deceived into this disgusting, filthy, nasty way she treated you. You understand? You understand? And the man she had the child with, he was swindled and bamboozled and tricked into it too. He ain't know no better. You understand? He ain't know no better. He just knows you go ahead and have sex with an ostrich and get away from it. That's all he knew. He didn't know no better. He was taught wrong. Why? Because somewhere in this captivity, crafty counsel got a hold of him. Deceiving him got a hold of him. You understand? They got a hold of him. Don't be mad at him. Feel sorry for him.
Right.
And be thankful that it's not you. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 17, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
Yeah, he took the wisdom and understanding away from her. You understand? The ostrich don't know no wisdom and understanding. It's a goddamn ostrich. You understand? All they know is that they're gonna harden their hearts and step on their children if they need be. You understand? Hold on, did you read the
Oh, Salakia. So I skipped something.
Yeah, go ahead and read it. Verse 16, right?
Or that the walk of peace.
Yeah, verse 16.
So verse 16.
No sweat.
She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers.
You understand that? You understand that? Her heart got hardened against her children, like they're not even her children. You understand? That's very common nowadays. Very common nowadays. Actually happened. It's something that has been installed in us and inserted in us and injected into us, and that's why this is happening. This is why this is occurring right now to this day.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Her labor is in vain.
It's what?
Is in vain.
Her labor is in vain. You understand? Pushing that baby out and all of that was in vain. Go ahead.
Without fear.
And there was no fear. You see how it said without fear? We read earlier how they feared the Most High God.
Right.
Now there is no fear. You understand what I'm saying? Now there is no fear. I'm going to do what I want, when I want, how I want, and all of that, even if it comes to aborting the baby or lead this baby down a path to where it's going to get murdered anyway. You understand? Let's drop there real quick. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. Hold on. Yes, chapter 12. And let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Start verse 1.
So Akkad, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 1. For thy incorruptible spirit is in all things.
You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 2. Therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend.
Now, everybody's a little incorruptible, especially the brothers and sisters in the world. So we got to chastise them. We got to tell them it's wrong to get an abortion. It's wrong to do these things. It's wrong to be wicked. It's wrong to be such and such. You got to do that. If you got any piece of brotherhood or sisterhood in you, you have to learn to correct people. That's not being a taskmaster. You think your taskmaster is correcting you. Your taskmaster is here to get your black ass to work harder. You understand? And into achieving the goals of the oppressor. But your brothers is chastising you is to get you to do better for the Most High God.
Right.
And to correct you and fix you and put you in the right path of God. You understand? So you got to chastise them. Go ahead.
And warnest them.
And do what?
Warnest them.
Don't we warn them? Don't we warn them every day? We let them know that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We let them know that. We let them know about World War III. We let them know about plagues and famines. And we let them know about all of that all the time. Go ahead.
By putting them in remembrance.
By doing what?
By putting them in remembrance.
So you can put you in remembrance, so you can remember. Go ahead.
Wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness, they may believe on thee, O Most High Power.
We let our brothers and sisters know that you have done wicked and you offended against the Most High God. And how do we know? Because we was living those lifestyles. We've done that before too. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers, both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land.
Now, it was up to us, you know what I'm saying? But the things we did, we destroyed our forefathers and destroyed the legacy that we had. We did our decision, our choices. You understand? Now, drop that, go to verse 5.
Oh, God.
Matter of fact, read verse 4. Slap.
Oh, God. Verse 4. Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft.
Of what?
Of witchcraft.
That's drugs. You know what I'm saying? Cooking crack is witchcraft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Growing all this exotic, crazy marijuana is all that's witchcraft.
Right.
You understand? Smoking cigarettes and getting high and so on and so on. All that's dealing with witchcraft. Your astrology and all of that, your horoscope and whatever other garbage you're dealing with. That's all witchcraft. Go ahead.
And wicked sacrifices.
Say it again.
And wicked sacrifices.
All your Thanksgiving turkey, all your Christmas pig and ham and this, that, and the other, and so on and so on. All that's just wicked sacrifices. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Verse 5.
And also those merciless murderers.
Oh, those what?
Merciless murderers.
Those merciless murderers. Go ahead.
Of children.
Of what?
Children.
Of what?
Children.
What's a merciless murderer of children? Who what's that? Go ahead.
The abortion clinics.
The abortion clinics. People getting abortions. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there's more murders of children, but that's the number one for us.
Right.
That's the number one for us. Read verse 5 again.
Oh, God. Verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children.
Of what?
Children.
Go ahead.
And devourers.
And what?
And devourers.
And they destroy. Go ahead.
Of man's flesh. And the feast of blood.
You understand? Don't tell me I tell you that these abortions and stuff is not in the Bible. You know why it's in the Bible? Because these things were happening before, and the Lord knows what's happening now. And He knew it was going to happen now. You understand? The murderers of children. That's what we turned into. Before, they was trying to murder our children. Now, we're assisting them in murder our children. If you have an abortion, do not get mad about Emmett Till, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, none of that. If you push your woman to get an abortion and you down with abortions and all of that, don't get mad at the police for shooting brothers and sisters down out in the street for no reason. Don't get mad about it because you assisted them in doing it anyway.
Right.
You're even worse. You expect the enemy to be an enemy, but you don't expect your family to be an enemy. You don't expect the ones close to you, the ones like you, to be an enemy. You don't expect that. You understand? But you expect the enemy to be an enemy. You understand? The enemy knows they're an enemy. They act like an enemy. They're not ashamed to be an enemy and let you know they're an enemy. But goddamn, the ones that's just like you, going through the pain and struggle just like you mean to tell me that they murderers too? We're assisting them and helping them. You know what I'm saying? In doing this task. That's exactly what we're doing, assisting them and helping them in murdering our children. And in retrospect, murdering our future.
Right.
You understand? They got a plan to kill us off, and we're assisting the society in doing such. You understand? And it's bigger than abortions. If you're selling drugs, you understand? If you're out there hoeing or putting sisters out there to hoe, you understand? If you're out there having sex with sisters and throwing them away, there's many ways we murder our children. You know how many sisters got babies by some dude, some brother who was on a Navy ship, and he got off the Navy, he docked at a certain city, got off the Navy ship, went and had a good time, had sex with her, made her pregnant, and he's off in the sea somewhere, out in the Indian Sea somewhere, out in Asia somewhere. You understand? And he popped off with his sister, and she got a baby, don't even know who the baby daddy is. You understand what I'm saying? don't even know who the baby daddy is, because she done had sex with some sailor. You know what I'm saying? And the sailor that went off somewhere. This is real. This is common. You think it's not happening down in Norfolk, Virginia, in Hampton, Virginia, all down there where the Navy boats and all that dock at? Then them brothers come from all over the place and go in there and knock sisters off. You understand what I'm saying? Those things happen. Since you had your hand, you want to say something? I know, so we'll come back to you. Anybody else, something you want to say? No? All right, let's drop that real quick. Let's go to Isaiah 49 and 15. We're going to try to get through some of these scriptures real quick. Chris, that's what's going on.
It's like brothers in jail, and the family can't find them.
Brothers in jail, their families can't find them? Yeah, that's terrible.
Because I've heard that somebody took an vaccination shot. I don't know how true it is, but their family can't find them.
Well, that's something horrible. And it's common, though. It's very common.
What you think might happen?
I don't know, because once you get into the prison system, you become a ward of the state, and they can do whatever they want. So they can ship you off and ship you this prison, that prison, and do what they want to do because you become a ward of the state. Now, this is not on topic. This is something else you're asking me. So you know, it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. They don't have to ask. You know what I'm saying? No permissions. Can we move him over here? They just move him there, and then whenever you get in contact with him, unfortunately, you get in contact with him. That's how it is. But and to just elaborate a little more on your question, that's why we have a prison program here in the UPK. So where if there's a problem with a brother or sister in the prison system, that's why we got numbers here, people you can contact, so we can get to the bottom of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I have a regular relative. He's a brother. He's my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that afterwards, because that's not on topic, all right? Let's go to Isaiah, right? Isaiah 49 and 15.
Come on. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 15. Can a woman forget her sucking child?
Can a woman forget her sucking child? You know what I'm saying? That's something deep and heavy right there. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because of the number of abortions that our sisters are having. You know what I'm saying? When I say sisters, I mean so-called black, so-called Latino, so-called Native American. That's like the number one killer of our people. It's something we can't just brush under the rug and not talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We talk about everything else, about crack and coke and dope and heroin and all of that, gang banging and the man. We talk about all of that. We don't really touch too much on these abortions. Now we touch on ISUPK, but we don't hear about it. You know why don't we hear about it? Because it's the number one killer of our people. That's why we're not talking about it. That's why you don't hear it on the news. You know what I'm saying? That should be on the news. You know what I'm saying? All these abortions that's happening. You understand? All these abortions that's happening, that should be on the news.
Right.
You understand? But it's not. Other things to blind us from the true problems of our people that we can fix and make better and grow. Those things are not being spoken about unless you're in the UPK.
Right.
You understand? Read it again.
Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb?
You understand? Can a woman feel that way? Can a woman feel like she don't got no compassion for the son that's in her womb? You understand? Everybody here probably knows somebody who had an abortion. You understand? They had an abortion. Everybody should know somebody that did that. Or know a brother who was like, yo, I'm about to get rid of it. She went to go to the chop shop. We used to go to the chop shop. She went to go to the chop shop. You know what I'm saying? We're going to slide her a little bit of this little $300-400. She got to go to Planned Parenthood and, you know, get rid of this thing. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do. My baby moms might find out. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why this Bible smooths everything out. You understand? Yeah, we don't have, yeah, exactly. Keep her too. You know what I'm saying? That's why this Bible is the blueprint. You understand? Hold on 1 second, sis. You understand? Keep going.
Yea, they may forget.
They what?
They may forget.
No, they might forget.
They may forget.
Uh-huh.
Yet will I not forget thee.
The Lord's not going to forget about them, though. You understand? We help the oppressor kill ourselves. And how we doing that? It's not just by gangbanging. It's not just by selling crack and coke and dope and heroin and K2 and Molly and all E-pills and all of that. It's about these abortions, too. We can't skip over that fact.
Right.
That sisters out having abortions. Captain Kanta said something before. Sisters will stop being whores when we stop loving whores.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? The broad didn't get pregnant by herself. That's why we got to pick women carefully. Pick them carefully. In the UPK, you already know what time it is. You know how we do.
Right.
We super careful. You understand what I'm saying? We got a whole program set in place to avoid this.
Right.
You understand? For the brothers that's out in the world, we got to go out there and push this truth. You know why? Because there's there's almost 500,000 black babies being murdered every year. Now, what we going to do about that? What are we going to do about that? I see movies where they fighting against the man selling smack. They're going to fight against him. They're going to fight against all of that. I don't see nothing about fighting against abortions. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see nothing about that. We need to fight against that. We need to fight for our children. You know what I'm saying? Fight for our kids, for their mental stability, spiritual stability, physical stability. We need to fight for that. You understand what I'm saying? We need to fight for our kids and fight for our children. You understand? Because the Bible says, train a child up. You understand? So obviously you have an obligation when it comes to these children, is to train them up.
Right.
That's your obligation. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yes, I noticed that, you know what I'm saying, we going to the abortion clinic, but the oppressor is going to the fertility clinic.
Yeah, they freezing their eggs and everything else, having babies at 50 and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's like more than one baby at a time.
More than one. More than one baby at a time. They getting artificial triplets and all of this other garbage. They doing that. You know what I'm saying? Commander YAHANNA, if anybody watch the show, they teaching those Israelis and all of that and the Palestinians, they're teaching their children to have kids.
Right.
Did y'all watch the show?
No.
They're teaching their kids that. They're teaching their children to have children, to get married and have a bunch of children. Why? Because they done stole these records. Because this record said be fruitful and multiply and grow, not to kill your goddamn child.
Right.
You understand? A woman should understand that in her womb, that's her brother or her sister. You understand what I'm saying? She's bringing life back into the earth. It's a beautiful thing to be pregnant. Not to allow some oppressor to take a drill and drill a hole in your little baby's head and kill it. So you can do what? Dance like Beyonce? You're not going to make it. You're not going to do it. You're going to do it to be what? An Instagram model? It's not happening. Go ahead, Bakwash.
And if I can add, sir, what you're bringing out is so heavy. And it's like the oppressor, he's so vindictive, but at the same time, he's just disrespectful because he throws everything right in your face.
Right.
You know? Like right in your face. No remorse, no care, no nothing. And we still don't get that as people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got us in here, they killing our babies at the abortion clinic. The abortions is free now. They're damn near free. You walk in there, they just kill your baby for you, you know? And then they teaching our young brothers to be effeminate.
Yeah.
And they teaching the sisters to be masculine. To stop production of Israel all the way around.
All the way around.
And all these other nations of people, 7, 8, 9, wow, these freaking whatever you want to call them, I don't want to get out, I don't want to get us trouble on the internet, but the people over there, they ready to go blow themselves up to go get these 77 versions or whatever.
Yeah.
Because every other nation knows to be fruitful, multiply.
Be fruitful, multiply.
Whatever it is, go get the babies though.
Yeah, exactly. But exactly, wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? Because they all of them cultures have stolen from our culture. They stole it from our culture. To go out there and get. That's why, for me, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? I see a brother sad over a woman. I'm like, shit. Man, you see what's going on out here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You better go. And you can do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a brother be with a woman so long, they don't think no other woman will want them like she want them. Nigga, there's more.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
To add on what you're bringing up, to see a brother sad about anything besides not being able to do what the Most High wants.
Yeah.
Children and all.
Yeah.
Go make some more.
Go make some more. Do you see what happened to Job? Go get some more. Make some more. You'll be fine.
Right.
Just make sure the Lord don't take that spirit from you.
That's
You can't get that back. You can get that back. All that other garbage bullshit, excuse my language, you can get that back. You get another woman, you get more children, you get another job. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You lose your hair, you get more hair if you want. You know what I'm saying? You can get more teeth. You can get all of that. You get everything all over again. You can't get that spirit back though. You lose that, brother, you lost something precious. Anything else you give back. There's no need to stress and worry about none of that filthy garbage that society has put in our path to make us think it's a big deal. Right. That's the problem now. That's what I'm talking about. Right. That's the problem. You understand? Go ahead, Baratza.
Yes, sir. To piggyback on what you're saying, is that you know that we are Israel because we have no problem just automatically. We just multiply.
Yeah.
The person had to put something in place so we could, you know what I'm saying, go to the bush and kill our babies. But normally that's just what we do. We're known for that.
Yeah.
That's having kids.
Yeah, we're known for that. They try to make it something like that's a bad thing. I be watching these little shows, paternity court and all of that, and they ask them, black men be up there, like, how many kids you got, Mr. Jackson? You got 14, and the crowd goes, ooh. I'm like, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Brother got 14 kids. They're trying to condemn the brother. You know what I'm saying? But that's what society has made it out to be. Right. You know what I'm saying? But according to the scriptures, we multiply. It says be fruitful and multiply. That's what it says. It says be fruitful and multiply. We was doing it so much that we was more mightier than our own oppressor. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said, I can't stand the white man. Didn't have babies. Didn't have babies. Didn't have babies. You don't like the oppressor. You hate society. Have babies. Right. You understand? Go ahead.
If I may, I think I could paraphrase. It says in the scriptures that Israel shall be counted as the sand of the sea.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Did it tell Abraham that, I believe? No. Did it tell Abraham that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't count it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, you're going to count it the sand of the sea. Right. You ever pick up a piece of sand? Whoever picked up a piece of sand? You ever pick up a piece of sand? You didn't pick up a piece of sand. You picked up a whole bunch of sand. You didn't pick up a piece. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you ain't got a piece of hair. You ain't pick up a piece of sand. It's too fine. You know what I'm saying? You can't pick up a piece of it. You ever pick up a piece of white flour that you cook chicken in? You never pick up a piece of that. You can't pick up a piece of baby powder. You can't pick up a piece. You know what I'm saying? A pinch. You know what I'm saying? Not a piece. You understand? That's us. You understand? That's us. But society has flipped it on us. And they flipped it on us, you know why? Because somewhere along the line, brother and sisterhood got separated. Somewhere down the line, brother and sisterhood got separated. And now we got devices that are continuing to help separate the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, the conscious community. All of that is devices used. That's crafty counsel. You understand? That's dealing with us wisely. You understand? That's dealing with us wisely. All of that, those things have a hand on separating us. You understand? On separating us and destroying us. And it's all in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the, is there more on that?
Nah, sir.
Anyway, I could keep going, but I'm gonna end it right there. Listen, no, I'm not. Go to Deuteronomy real quick. Deuteronomy 11 and 19. This is my last scripture. This is my last one right here. Deuteronomy 11 and 19. You understand? This is what we're gonna have to do. And don't ever think that your work is in vain or you shouldn't do this for the Lord and all of that. You got to go hardcore for the Lord, like you went hardcore for that garbage out in the world. Right. Even harder. In the book of Baruch, it says you're supposed to go 10 times harder. You understand? 10 times harder. You understand? Because these people are coming up against us, like it says in 1 Maccabees chapter 3, and I believe verse 20. They come against us in much pride and iniquity, destroy our women and our children, and to spoil us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing now to this day. They've been doing it, and that's what they're doing right now. You understand? So if they're doing it right now, they're just trying to destroy our women, destroy our children, and destroy us as men. What can we do? Follow the Lord, right? Follow the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Mend this brotherhood and this sisterhood back together. And when we mend this brotherhood and sisterhood back together, you know what you do? Teach the children that we're happy. Go in there and have all types of sex with your husband and wife, and go in there and make babies and teach these babies. You understand? Teach these children. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua for the children that's coming up in this truth. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's coming up in this truth. You understand? Let's see what Deuteronomy says, 11 and 19.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 19. And ye shall teach them your children.
Say it again, and what?
And ye shall teach them your children.
Now, you're supposed to teach your children. Go ahead.
Speaking of them. When thou sittest in thy house.
When you're sitting in your house, you should be teaching your children. Go ahead.
And when thou walkest by the way.
When you're walking, so when you're walking your way, when you're doing your daily chores or doing your daily business, you should be teaching your children. This will mean sitting down talking to half to death. They should see your actions. Right. Not only hear it, they should hear it, but they should see your actions and your reactions. Go ahead.
When thou layest down.
When I do what?
When thou liest down.
Even how you lay down, you should be teaching your child. They shouldn't see you passed out because you're drunk. They should see you going to bed. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's just a small little example. But the scripture said it's something. Right. Even in how you lay down, you should be teaching. Go ahead.
And when thou risest up.
Even how you get up, you should be teaching your children. What does this mean? You should be teaching your children 24/7. Right. Not just with words, but with your actions. You understand? With your actions. If more marriages had this, if our brothers and sisters out in the world had this in their marriage, this scripture in their marriage, it'd be a lot less divorcing.
That's right.
They would know how to not act in front of the children, how to act in front of the children, what to say in front of the children, what not to say in front of the children. Because all of that is teaching the children. You understand that? All of that is. All of it. How you carry your goddamn self. You understand? And we, as brothers and sisters, we want to get back to how we used to be. Get back to the Hebrew midwife vibe. Right. To we refuse to kill our own. We fear God and we don't fear the king of our bondage. You understand? That's what we got to get back to. That's brotherhood. That's sisterhood. You understand what I'm saying? This society has twisted it and turned it and flipped it on us. When the UPK, we trying to flip things back. We trying to get back to the other side of the coin. You understand what I'm saying? With that, Pastor Class will preach on some quash.